In this video, I'll explain some popular questions about Season 7, like why the Night King killed Viserion instead of Drogon, Benjen's death, and Longclaw's eyes, etc. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, your one-stop for book and TV series reviews. I had planned to post this video before I went on the break, but I couldn't post it at that time. Better late than never, right? Anyways, this video mostly explains some popular questions that have been asked again and again by the Game of Thrones fans ever since Season 7, Episode 6 had aired. I'll answer these questions without mentioning any spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. Once again, since this video was getting too long, I decided to post it in two parts. In the second part, I'll answer questions like the Night King's chains, how he tied it around Viserion, and why didn't he reanimate Viserion in the water, etc. If you also have any questions regarding Season 7, let me know in the comments. I'm also getting back to my old schedule of posting videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. IST or at 9:30 a.m. EST. Make sure to subscribe this channel and also click on the bell icon to get notification every time I post a video. That way you won't miss any of my videos. So, let's begin. The first question is asked by the Night's King, who said, "Why didn't Benjen go with Jon?"
Come with me. There's no time.
I tried to look at this from Benjen's point of view and I found three reasons for why Benjen wouldn't have wanted to go with Jon. First, if Benjen had gone with Jon, the Whites would have followed them and sooner or later they would have captured both of them. Benjen stayed behind to hold them off for as long as he could so that he could delay them while Jon could escape. Second, what would Benjen have achieved by going with Jon? Even if by some miracle they had both managed to escape the Whites and reach the wall, Benjen still wouldn't have been able to cross it because he's an undead too. Benjen was already dead, but Jon was still alive. It wasn't worth the risk. Third, have you ever thought that maybe Benjen wanted an end to the state he was in? He has already saved Bran once. Maybe now he wanted to die trying to save his other nephew? All the children of the forest are gone. There can't be another White like him now. So maybe he didn't want to live an undead life all alone? What do you think? Anyways, let's move on to the second question. Did Jon's sword Longclaw's eyes open? Stacey Smith and Abby Tabby had talked about Longclaw's eyes opening. When the director Alan Taylor was asked about this, he said he had no idea. He said he would go with the interviewer's explanation that when Jon was coming out, water splashed on its eyes, so it looked like the eye had opened. Third, how come the Raven went so fast? Or how come Dany arrived so quickly to rescue the Magnificent Seven? I think Lucid Horizon, Night's King, and Abby Tabby have talked about the ravens the Seven sent to Dany, and about how fast she got from Dragonstone to rescue them beyond the wall. When Alan Taylor was asked about it, he said it's hard to argue how fast a raven can fly. That's why they kept the timeline a bit fuzzy. So I guess the best explanation here is that maybe a couple of days have passed before Dany arrived on her dragons, just like months or at least weeks would have passed during the time Jon hopped around Westeros, like going from Winterfell to Dragonstone to King's Landing and then back to Dragonstone, etc. As for why the Night King would have waited so long to attack them, I have already explained that part in my Season 7 Episode 6 Part 2, The Night King's Magic Explained video. The fourth question is from Chris Weinberger. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Anyways, Chris had asked, why didn't the Night King kill Drogon instead of Viserion? I think I've mentioned this before, that a dragon can only take one rider at a time. Only after his rider's death can he take another rider. Maybe that rule applied in this case too. Drogon already had a rider, that is, Dany. Maybe he couldn't have taken the Night King as his rider. So that left Rhaegal and Viserion. Out of these two, Viserion was the one within shooting range. And then, when the Night King saw that they have loaded the captured white on Drogon, he went after Drogon next. But as I have discussed in my episode 6 review video, the Night King had set a trap and had been waiting for the dragons to arrive. So his priority was getting a dragon he could ride over stopping Dany from fleeing with the white. Fifth, why was Arya acting like such a jerk? As Blue Ace Guy 5 and Davy Boy had pointed out earlier, I think many people hated the way Arya was treating Sansa. But as I've said in my episode 6 review part 1 video, I think it was all a part of Sansa's master plan to defeat Littlefinger. I had predicted in my Sansa's journey video that she will outsmart Littlefinger and will kill him. And that's exactly what had happened in season 7. Arya might have behaved like this before they had left Winterfell, but now I think Arya understood what Sansa had gone through. After all, Arya was also forced to serve the Lannisters in season 2, and that's why she helped Sansa in taking down Littlefinger. And the last question of this video is from the criminal 1987, who had asked, do you think history will repeat itself in the finale of Thrones? Like they are in a loop and Bran will turn out to be the Night King and stuff. Do you remember my How Game of Thrones Will End videos I posted last year? In those videos, I had based my predictions on the old stories like the Dance of Dragons, the Long Night, Blackfyre Rebellions, Aegon's Conquest, etc. So in a way, I do believe that history will repeat itself in some cases. But there are some theories I still don't believe in. I'll admit that some of Bran's powers are similar to the Night King. That is, assuming my theories are true, like Bran can really walk into the White Walkers or the Whites, or the Night King has the sight too, etc. That's why I believe that some parts of the history will definitely repeat itself, but I don't think that Bran is the Night King. I have explained Bran's powers in my Bran's journey video, and I still think that the Night King was scared of Bran, because Bran is way more powerful than the old three-eyed raven ever was. I had also said in my Stark Blood theory video that Bran might have been the one who went back in time and warned Bran the Builder about this long night, which would explain why Bran the Builder prepared the Starks for the long night. In the books, Bran also might have walked into Jeor Mormont's Raven. You can watch the complete theory in my Bran's Journey and Stark Blood videos. I'll post the links in the descriptions and at the end of this video. Coming back to your question, as I've said in my How Game of Thrones Will End video, the Night King did break the wall and entered Westeros in the end of season 7. So we know that at least that part of history had already repeated itself. The last time the Long Night had come, the First Men and the Children of the Forest have joined forces to drive the White Walkers back, and then they had built a wall to keep them away. But I think that's as far as the history will repeat itself this time. The Children Beyond the Wall had already helped a First Man, aka Bran, by sacrificing themselves to help him escape. And as I have said in my Harrenhal's Curse theory video before, I still believe that there are some children alive in the Isle of Faces. If Howland Reed could take Bran to them, they might help Bran learn more about his powers and how to defeat the Night King. George R.R. Martin had said that the ending will be bittersweet. I do believe that the White Walkers will be defeated for good this time, and that will be the sweet part of the ending. And as for the bitter part, I think there will be a heavy cost for this victory. Most of our favorite characters will die. So, these were my explanations. What do you think about them? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, it's time for the comment shout out now. Today's comment shout out goes to Lefant5, who said, "You are so insightful. I love your videos. I still believe there are dragons hidden in the crypts of Winterfell." Prediction: Gendry will forge all the Valyrian steel weapons they can find into a weapon to kill the new Ice Dragon of the Night King. Thanks a lot, Lefant5. I'm really glad that you love my videos, and thank you for sticking with me ever since I started my channel almost 2 years ago. I love your prediction about Gendry forging a Valyrian steel weapon. I was rereading Tyrion's chapter a couple of days ago, and I remember reading his thoughts about the Valyrian steel swords. I'll read his thoughts here. Valyrian steel blades were scarce and costly, yet 1,000 remained in the world, perhaps 200 in the Seven Kingdoms alone. So, in order for Gendry to forge a Valyrian steel weapon, Jon and Dany need to find these 200 swords first. But whether it will work or not totally depends on what Viserion is right now. If he is a White Walker, then a weapon made of Valyrian steel or dragon glass, probably a spear, can definitely kill him. But if he is a White Dragon, then only fire will kill him. I have already explained in my episode reviews before with a chart that I think Viserion is a White. So I think only Drogon or Rhaegal will be the ones who could kill Viserion. So that was the first part of this video. I'll post the second part on Tuesday at 7 pm IST or at 9:30 am EST. What do you think of these explanations? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. Also, make sure to use spoiler alert if you are going to discuss spoilers in the comments. And if you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.